Hi, this is a quick overview on Google Forms in the G Suite environment. You can access a new Google Form by going to your Drive, clicking on the New button, scrolling down to More, and then clicking on Google Form. When you do that, it opens up a window just like this, where the title is Untitled Form and it is purple. The first thing you're going to want to do is title your form up in the left-hand corner. It's going to automatically give you a title here. You can change this title if you'd like. But keep the title of the form the same as it was. You can add a description if you want to give more specific questions. When you create a form, it automatically gives you the question, the first question there. And you'll notice it just says untitled with some multiple choice options. I'm going to go ahead and put in, what is your name? And notice that when I do that, it auto detects what it thinks your answer should be, your type of answer should be. So in this case, yes, I did need a short answer text to be able to, have people ask or let me know what their names are. If I click the drop down over here on the right-hand side, you'll see all of the different types of questions that can be asked. You'll see that you saw the short answer one, which is just a short text box. The paragraph is a large text box. The multiple choice is where they can only answer one of the different answers, but checkboxes, they can select all that apply. Drop down is for long lists. So if you have, let's say, 20 elementary schools that you want them to select from, you can put them all in a drop down and it'll be a nice, neat, and organized way to view the form. You can upload files. You can ask them to do things on a linear scale. For instance, what is your love of ice cream? At 1 being not at all, 5 being yes, I love it very much. A multiple choice grid is when you have the different types of ice cream here, maybe chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, Neapolitan, but then you've also got them to rate it on the other side. And this is just one example of a way you can use multiple choice. Not very much. Yes, I love that kind of ice cream. And they'll be able to go row by row and select what they like about that ice cream. Checkboxes means that they're not limited to only selecting one, like with multiple choice. They can select more than one in the checkbox. You can also ask date and time questions. So for our next question, we'll go ahead and click over here on this hovering bar. We'll click the next question, and we'll put in, what is your email? And you'll notice again, it's starting out as multiple choice, and it changes to short answer because it's recognizing that kind of question. I think I'll put in, the next one is, what is your favorite type of ice cream? Oops. And we'll put in to say chocolate and vanilla. And to get to the next line, I'm simply clicking return, and we'll put in strawberry. Now, what if they don't like any of those? If you click the add other and add an other as an option, they'll be able to click this button right here and type in the answer that they want to type in. There are other types of things you can do with this hovering bar. You can add another question, as many as you want. You can insert a picture. You can actually insert an image of something and then ask a question below it, which is kind of nice. Same thing with the YouTube video. You can insert a YouTube video, ask them to watch it, and then you can ask them to answer 3 or 4 different types of questions. We have just a couple of things up here. This is where you're going to be able to change the theme. So we can change the color from that purple to different colors. We can also choose to change, we have all sorts of pictures and themes that we can use. And we can choose one of those, and it'll take just a second, but it'll give you kind of a nice, fun visual for your form. You also have a little bit of choice when it comes to background once you put in one of those themes. We're just going to take a look up here. We have the settings. This is where you're going to be able to restrict access to limiting to one's response and things like that. And then the send button is where you're going to get the URL to be able to send this form out to people. One thing to be cautious of is that this URL that's in the Omnibox right now is the URL to this edit part of the form. It's not the URL to be able to take the form for someone to actually answer the questions. So you'll always want to make sure that if you want someone to answer the questions and take your form or take your survey or your quiz or whatever you've created, that you give them this link to do that instead. You can always take a look at what your form looks like by clicking this little eyeball here. If you like what it looks like, then great. And if not, you can always go back and edit it to make it better. That's it for now for Google Forms. We'll take a look at responses in the next video.